truth and dropping truth bombs. Then welcome to Tinfoil Tuesday.
I want the truth.
Well, a big shazam to you people. It's another Tinfoil Tuesday. Even if, and I love this about this audience, that a lot of y'all like go to work in the morning because you're conservatives and you're not scrolling TikTok and Instagram all day, every day. Even if you're not on there, it affects you. I want to talk to you a little bit about that and see what y'all have to say. This is a wild one. Let me know if you're as interested in this as I am. I had a great time doing some research here. So buckle up. Here we go. No sponsor today. I want to say thank you to each of you people. Thanks for every thumbs up. Get yourself subscribed. Never miss a meme. I'll be back tomorrow on Hump Wednesday, then on a Thursday, then Spicy Friday. You know how the weeks work around here. Hey, thanks for a thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. All right. Here's the genesis of my exploration of this. And I knew some of this. I hang out with a large group of dudes, good dudes, freedom-loving, all different age groups. We got generations that hang out, and I listen. We get together, we hang out, and I listen to the topics of conversation that come up. It's called water cooler talk or water cooler conversations you'll see in the data. And I listen to what they talk about. I sat down over the weekend with them, and within 3 minutes, somebody went, "Hey, Johnny, what about Marjorie Taylor Greene?" And I thought, okay, that's interesting. That's a dude who's in his 30s on social media. An hour later, an older generation came in, older guy, and sat down in his 70s and said, "Hey, Johnny, what about MTG?" And it was the same topic, and that guy does no social media. On my social media over the last 45 days, really since the Charlie Kirk murder, things have changed, and there's a lot of infighting going on. There is a massive kapow of big fight on the right between a group, and if we have to divide, because that's what we do as Americans, we divide everything into groups. If we have to divide these two factions, it's America First versus MAGA. Here's one. This is from NPR. This is from over the weekend. Marjorie Taylor Greene says Trump policies are not America first in fight over MAGA. There you go. And that one's going on hard. But also there's another big one going on, and y'all have seen this. This is from The Guardian. Tucker Carlson's interview with far-right anti-Semite Nick Fuentes divides conservatives, plus you get all the Candace stuff that's going on. I'm not getting lost today in what they're fighting about. That's not the point. That's not the point. My point is this, is these talking points, these water cooler conversations, the things that because we only talk about so many things. During a given election, we might talk about immigration, or we might talk about the economy. Every election cycle is different. Those topics are chosen for us. And at this point, you're going to have guys go, "No, I'm not even on social media." We'll get there in just a minute. There's a movie from a while back called The Devil Wears Prada. And in the movie, there's an intern. I think her name was Andy. She comes into a high fashion meeting, and she's a big intellectual slob, and she's wearing a blue sweater. In the meeting, and a lot of y'all have seen this scene. It's a phenomenal scene. I love the idea here. I love this. In it, one of the models holds up two belts, and the belts are really similar. And one of the girls says, "Oh, they're so similar." And Andy in the blue sweater snickers. and the devil who wears Prada, Meryl Streep, whips around and says, "Why are you snickering?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm not." She goes, "You think that you have a sense of fashion. You think because you got that blue sweater out of some bargain basement bargain bin that you are superior to the people in this room." She says, "In fact," and I don't remember the details, "that sweater you're wearing isn't blue, it's cerulean blue. And it was from last year's collection of such and such and such and such." And she said this. She said, "You didn't choose that sweater. That sweater was chosen for you by the people in this room." And it's a aha moment. And I think about that a lot. I regularly think about that when I sit around with guys and sit around with freedom-loving Americans. These are people that love America, and they'll sit down and go, "Man, did y'all see what Candace Owens said today?" And they'll have these talking points that are already planned out, that were chosen for us and for these guys by people that are in another room somewhere in Washington or worse. My point is this. These talking points are chosen for us, number one. Number two, this battle that's going on right now, MAGA versus America First, and Tucker and Nick Fuentes versus the rest of them, it is planned. Now we're moving into a little bit of tinfoil. I didn't tinfoil up the general lead today because this is more hard truth than anything. The fact is that these fights are planned, they're paid for, they are diabolical, and the infighting that's going on right now, and a lot of y'all are not on social media, so you're not seeing it. My X feed right now is nothing. It is nothing but battles, and I'm talking about big ones. There was a vacuum, my opinion, after Kamala Harris stepped out. We used to be against her, of course, and we needed to be. But after that, we turned to infighting. It is planned, it is organized, it is diabolical, and it is paid for. Most of these high-level influencers are on the dollar, and they are told what to say. Now, you might say, it's the interesting part, oh, Johnny, I'm not on social media, I'm an adult, and I go to work. Doesn't matter. This is an article called Experimental Evidence of Massive Scale Emotional Contagion Through Social Networks. We show via a massive, N is the sample size of almost 690,000 experiment on Facebook, that emotional states can be transferred to others via emotional contagion, leading people to experience the same emotions without their awareness. We provide experimental evidence that emotional contagion occurs without direct interaction between people. Exposure to a friend expressing an emotion is sufficient, and in the complete absence of nonverbal cues. The hard truth is this, that the algorithm decides what we talk about. Even if you're not on social media, you are influenced, and you can pick it up even without verbal clues or with nonverbal clues. You can pick this up from other people. It affects our emotions. And digging through this, I didn't pull the article, but it's an article that says that Facebook can predict our future moods based on our posts of recent, and it follows our posts and can predict things like suicide and depression based on our post. Does AI know more about us than we know about ourselves? Here is an article from, I don't know if that's Rusi or Rusi or RUSI. It's the algorithm, stupid. Influence in the age of generative AI. I like knowing the keywords, the jargon, the lingo to be able to go and do research. Generative AI is super interesting. This article is from February of this year. The rise of Chinese-made DeepSeek and the rapid spread of AI chatbots raise pressing questions about their implications for democracy and security. Given their superhuman ability to learn and influence, there is an urgent need to strengthen user literacy. At this point, you may say, Johnny, I'm not influenced. We all are. Some people in some room make decisions what we talk about. The other big one that I wanted to mention today, again, this political infighting that's going on right now, the war that has taken place, it is consuming creators and influencers and pundits and talking heads and legacy media, even our precious Fox. They are all being told what to fight about. This is, I believe, organized and planned, and since the Charlie Kirk thing, things have devolved significantly. It's the biggest infighting I've ever seen in my entire life. It's wild out there. How do we respond? It's a great question of the day. How do we respond to this? I am positing to the group that we are told what to talk about, and we have a limited number of things we talk about on a given day, and we just follow what they choose for us. What do you think? Let me know right down below. See you tomorrow on Hump Wednesday.
Welcome to Tinfoil Tuesday. We hope you sing along.
You want answers?
Come on, Johnny B.